Hello guys, welcome back to another video where today we'll be going over the new features that you can get in TU46. There's a lot, so let's get right into this right away. The first one is that there are 6 new boats, all with different variants, and unlike the other boat, the old boat, they don't break when you run them into stuff as easy. You can place them anywhere pretty much, like on land, stuff like that, instead of just in the water. And you guys can actually have 2 people in the same boat, and the driving mechanics are a little bit different. Now, a really cool thing about the new boats, like I said, they come in every type of wood, so they're kind of customizable, and they look a bit different, kind of like, you know, doors and stuff like that, and planks. But if you put them on ice, you go super fast. So it's actually way faster than any other, like, mean of transportation, as long as you put like borders and you can like make it, I don't know, probably like too wide or something. You could like make giant paths throughout your world and stuff, and it'd look super cool stuff. So yeah, that's the first thing, boats. So yeah, they're a cool thing you can use, and they can help out. So for the next stuff, I'm gonna have to go into the end. I'm gonna give myself some food really quick because there was a lot of new stuff added in the end in the most recent update. Yeah, okay. And let's head on in. So if I just fly up there real quick, I can show you guys just quickly. I've already beat the Ender Dragon on this world. What happens is a new portal spawns. There's actually multiple new portals. I hope I go through the right one. For each time you beat the Ender Dragon. So you can actually respawn the Ender Dragon. I'll get to showing you guys how to do that in a couple minutes. But if I just go... I mean, you can do this in survival, obviously, but if I just go through there, is this the right end? Yes, it is. So sometimes, it didn't happen on my first one, but it happened on my second one. You'll have these end cities and ships that you can spawn. This is like a separate dimension, and you have one big end island, which is a little bit different than it is on the PC. So if I just run around through here, this is one of the end city ships. Now, there's going to be shulkers. I killed all of them, but there's going to be shulkers, which are a new mob, which I'll show you later, which will spawn in here. I think I might have killed them all already. Not sure, though. But there are also, if I head around, chests that spawn in the end cities. I haven't found one yet. And there's also the end ship over there, which is actually very important, which I'll get to in a second. I don't think I explored. Yeah, there's a shulker, for example. So what they do is they shoot at you, and if they hit you with one of those projectiles, you float up in the air, and you can end up taking fall damage. Or you can use it to your advantage sometimes, too. So if I'm just gonna kill you. I killed one of them. So yeah, they're actually pretty quite nasty. And they take like no damage when their shell's closed. So I'm like, I can't even really do anything right now. These are these things. There we go. You can use the levitation to your advantage when you're inside end ships sometimes, but if you're outside, you'll end up taking massive fall damage. So that's something you have to watch out for. This must have been that was definitely a computing glitch on the Terrain of the World. Holy crap, there are a lot of shulkers in here. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to eat some. I did not know that there were that many shulkers in here. Let's get out of here. Oh no, let me through. No, no. Oh god, I'm so dead. I am so dead from fall damage. Oh my. Oh, there, yeah, I died there. Yep. Wow. Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. I'll get right back in there. That was interesting. Not what I was planning on happening. But yeah, basically, there's inside the end ships. There's a bunch of different stuff. I went the wrong way. Whoops. But there's a bunch of different stuff, and you can go through and get through the end stuff. And it's quite cool. If you go through the end ships, I'll just you can build over to different areas too. So if I'll show you really quick. Oh wow, there's a ton of shulkers shooting. But yeah, if I go into like the top room here, there are some chests full of gear. So like they're kind of random gear, but it's quite good gear. Like feather falling 4, unbreaking 3 iron. all this stuff. Like it's pretty good gear. Like look at this sword. It's knockback 2, Bane of Arthropods 5. Like they aren't like super good stuff, but they're way better than the loot that spawns anywhere else, if you get what I mean there. Yeah, that was what was at the top of the area I was just at actually. And then there's a bunch of other there's a bunch of add-offs of the main fortress that you can explore once you beat the Ender Dragon. But the really cool thing, which I might have just messed up when I don't know why I went on this side, is the Elytra, which is a new thing. Oh, it's right here. To the game, it's actually probably one of the coolest things. It was the first thing they confirmed in the update, and you get one for every. And you got, holy crap! I did not notice that was a shulker. What? Oh boy. Let's grab it. There's a sword in here, right? Okay. Yeah. let's die. Please die. Please, yes, thank you for dying. But yeah, they're a very cool new thing. I'll show you guys in a minute. And yeah, see, there's a bunch of nice swords in here. That scared me so much. But basically what you do is when you equip them, they take up your armor slot, and you look pretty cool with them on. But the cool thing you can do, actually, I don't know if this was intentional, but off the top of this end ship area here, is you jump off, and then you deploy it by pressing X, and you can glide. And like the more you glide down, the faster you go, and it's a really cool new thing, by the way, and you don't take fall damage at all. So yeah, that's the Elytra, which is a really cool thing. I'll probably do a separate video on what's so cool about that, and how to like use it and stuff. The thing about them is they only ever go down to 1 durability, and then you stop being able to use them. And since the end ships are so rare and you only get 1 per end ship, basically on your end world without resetting your end, even if you have to beat the Ender Dragon like 2 times to get like 1 Elytra. And basically they go down to 1 durability, and you have to repair them with leather, which is quite interesting. And yeah, so they're quite cool new thing, and you can play a bunch of different games with them that I can show later. But the next thing that we want to get into is with the Ender Dragon. So did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so basically the cool thing with the Ender Dragon is that now you can respawn it by placing the 4 end crystals here. Now end crystals are crafted. I'm not sure what the crafting recipe is, but it's like blaze powder and a couple other things. They're not that hard to craft, and basically they will respawn all those and completely respawn the Ender Dragon, which is quite cool, I guess. I mean, you need him for some stuff, which I'll show you in a minute. You can't get back to the end again, out of the end again, until you defeat him again. But basically, Ender Dragon farming has now become a thing, because I'm gonna try not to die here. I'm not gonna go in survival yet, but if I'll just quickly go break all the eggs really quick. So you can actually have these on like a survival world and just make them for kicks, and then you like blow stuff up. It's almost like TNT, except I think it's like less. It doesn't blow up as much as TNT. And it can like blow you way up in the air and stuff. I mean, that's at least on creative. But so now if the Ender Dragon decides, hey, I'm gonna come to the middle, you'll get another end dimension. You can get up to 4. So wait for him to come to the middle. Yeah. So what he does is he has the Dragon's Breath. And is he gonna breathe it? Oh, there it is. So what you can do is you can collect it, and for everyone you collect, you get some Dragon's Breath. Now this is gonna become important in a minute. Now if you just have to kill him again, and then he'll spawn another end area, and then you just go through that, and it's like blah blah blah. But I guess I do have to kill him though to get back to the end. But yeah, you can use that to collect Dragon's Breath, which is a new type of, I guess you could say, potion, which you can use for some quite new type, or entire new type of potion, which is quite cool. Which I'll show you guys once I can actually, kill him. I probably should have had my sharpness 5 sword, but whoops, I don't have any sharpness 5 or any of that type of stuff swords. So let's just try to spend like a minute killing him here. So yeah, basically that is the new end. It's quite cool, and you can respawn the Ender Dragon, and you can like farm him for Dragon's Breath. That's pretty much the only reason to farm him, and I guess get more end ships. And yeah, you can respawn him, which is a cool new thing. You can there's a new reset end option as well, for people that need to reset their end, or you can also reset your end if you already have all 4 end portals and you want another Elytra or something. So I don't know what it actually does after you have all of the 4 maximum. Maybe it just, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure you can still respawn them. It probably just doesn't give you another, I don't even know what to call the other dimension. The second end? I don't know. But yeah, we just killed him there. It's like the same thing basically with killing him, except you can respawn him now and he has that Dragon's Breath that you can farm. So let's get our Dragon's Breath in a second. I'll show you what it does. Yeah, I love rain. Isn't rain amazing? Okay, there we go. So basically what Dragon's Breath does is, if we can find our brewing stand, which is over this way, I think. Yeah, you can make all these new potions. They're called lingering potions. I'll say how to do that in a second with the Dragon's Breath. There's also a couple new types of potions and just random new types of stuff. There's the Potion of Luck, which literally doesn't do anything yet. And hopefully we'll do something on console. I'm not sure why they added it, considering they took it out 2 updates later on the PC, and it was like for modders mostly. I don't actually know what its purpose is, but they also added a splash potion and a lingering water bottle, which is interesting. But they have every type of variant as one of these lingering potions. Now, lingering potions, you're probably wondering, well, what do these things do, right? So if I just take some of these and I throw them down, they'll go on the ground, they'll fizz like this, and they'll stay in the area for quite a while. And you'll get their status effect when you're like in the area. So the status effect won't be that long, and it won't stay there for super long, but it's quite cool. And like instant harming, for example, it's like super powerful. Like, ow, holy crap, I almost died there. Look how powerful that is. So you can like defend stuff by using those instant harming stuff. So they're quite new, useful potion, which is, I'd say is quite nice. I don't know, I just gave myself 1 stick, but yeah, you can use those, and they are quite neat of a thing to use. And they can help out, you know, in different PvP situations. But the really cool thing that you can make from them is these new types of potions. I'll show you how to make them, or new types of arrows. I'll show you how to make them 1 second. So if I go like this, and then I go, so if now you need blaze powder as fuel in a furnace. That's another cool thing. And if I go like that, blaze powder goes over here. And basically, if I put up the Dragon's Breath on the top, it only uses 1 of them, and I put 3 different. It doesn't matter; they can be the same or different. The lingering potions. That's how you make the lingering potions. So that's the neat new thing that you can do. So if I just wait for this to smelt really quickly, or whatever you want to call it, we got ourselves some more lingering potions. So if you're probably wondering how to make these tinted arrows, which are every type of potion, and they actually have an effect that you get when you shoot somebody, so it's actually quite cool. Like the instant harming arrow, they do reduced damage. So if you're wondering about the instant harming with a normal bow does more damage, but with a power bow it does less damage, like a power 5. That's because it's based kind of on it, like the instant harming does an extra amount of damage, but since it's not a normal arrow, it does reduce percentage of damage. So that's kind of how it works, I guess you could say. But basically, if I go over to my crafting, so basically 8 arrows around 1 of those. So basically, I can make 24 arrows from 1 bottle of Dragon's Breath. And one time fighting the Ender Dragon, I probably get about 20 bottles of Dragon Breath. So I can make a lot of arrows. That's like 10 or something stacks. The only thing is they do not work with infinity bows. And you're probably wondering, if I have a bunch of different arrows in my inventory, how do I distinguish one from the other? Well, a cool thing that you can do is, instead of firing with your bow now, which actually has an animation to it, you can fire with your arrows. So if I want to fire with this arrow, I just select the arrow and draw like a bow. And this one, strength, just use it. Actually, a change to the strength potion is that the strength potion now, like the weakness potion, decreases the other person's amount of damage. It increases. So strength 2 increases by 6. So it's super powerful if you're using like your fist, because then you'll do like as much damage as like a diamond sword with strength 2 or something. But it's less powerful to like a sharpness 5 diamond sword. So instead of doing like 30 hearts of damage or 40 hearts of damage or something ridiculous, you'll only do like 20. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing. They also buffed up, I forgot to put this in one of the chests, but they buffed up the golden apple because it, like they did in the other one, even though they didn't take it out of this update. So now you get a bunch more effects, and you get 8 extra hearts, which is just ridiculous in my opinion. But wow, that's pretty powerful. Um, yeah, okay. But yeah, here's all the new stuff. So if I can use it, here's all the new stuff. So like you saw, there's chorus plant. You can't get them except in creative, which I obviously spawned in, and there's chorus flowers. You can then use those chorus flowers and stuff. I'm not actually to make. Here, I'll just grab it out of here. Some chorus fruit. Or you can pop it and make some pop chorus fruit. I'm not sure what pop chorus fruit does, but chorus fruit, if you eat it, it's kind of just a funny thing because it just teleports you wherever, and it actually uses it up when you're in creative, which is interesting. But if I go into this chest and I get, you know, there's all these new blocks. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That you can use. The end blocks are actually kind of like torches, and they light stuff up, and they kind of they're like the thinnest block. They're kind of a really interesting block to use, and these are obviously all found in end ships. But yeah, like you just saw, if I get these new stuff out, and I go over, let's say here. It sometimes takes a couple tries, but there we go. So let's set this to night really quick. There's two more new mobs just besides the shulker. Actually, let's just go over here because I forgot to set it. There we go. So there's 2 new mobs before the shulker. There is the stray, or no, I don't know which one's the husk or the stray. I'm guessing this is the stray, but basically all skeletons now have increased like combat, so they kind of like they're way smarter and they like try to run away from you and dodge you. But what happens with this one is when it shoots you, I think it's called the stray. One's called the husk, one's called the stray. There's the 2 new mobs besides the shulker. But when it shoots you, it's a variant of a skeleton, and it dies like a normal skeleton, but it gives you slowness. And these spawn in, like I am right here, Arctic biomes. There's no spawn egg for them yet, if you're wondering why I had to spawn them in like that. The other one, which is quite tricky for me to get on this world because I don't actually have a sand biome, is the husk, I think, which is a variant of a zombie. If I can get it anywhere. I'm trying to get it. Sometimes they just don't want to. There we go. There's one. So basically what he does, which is very interesting, which I actually thought was like a glitch at the beginning, but he gives you hunger. Wait, no, let's wait for you. Okay, I think the golden apple's interfering with it, but trust me, he gives you hunger. He definitely gives you hunger. 1 second. Maybe I need to drink a milk bucket to try to get rid of all my effects from the golden apple. But yeah, he gives you hunger, which is also interesting. So they both have different things that they add on. Come on, you're supposed to be giving me hunger, dude. Come on. Okay. He was giving me hunger before. That's all I can say. Maybe it's because he didn't naturally spawn and it's a bit buggy right now, but he's supposed to be giving you extra hunger. Believe me on that. So one of them gives you slowness, one of them gives you hunger. It's kind of like an interesting thing just to watch out for in different biomes. But yeah, that's pretty much the update, which there's a lot of features. There are a couple other things that you should watch out for, or that have been added that are different. There's a Fallout mashup pack, which is quite cool. It doesn't actually have a battle map, and it's the most expensive one. But then again, that's probably for all rights and stuff like that. There's also a new, there's a festive battle map, and another cool thing, it's kind of interesting, is that you can mix these two together, and their pain is a little bit different skinned. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the update, which is actually a lot of stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Let's try to get, I don't know, 5 likes on this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.